Oh my god. Alright. This is gonna be the Vive Focus 3 review. Ah, man. Alright, so I am extremely frustrated about this one because it's such a good headset, but it's so expensive. Um, I've only got the Quest 1 here because I do not own a Quest 2, and I refuse to buy one because Facebook sucks. But basically, if you look at the Quest as a toy, this is an actual like tool, and it's basically the Valve index of standalones, in my opinion. Um, it's like really good, and I really wish it was more affordable because it's the exact headset that I've been like sort of waiting for since Oculus first announced the Quest 1. Like, it's what I wanted the original Quest to be, but then like they went the opposite way. Instead of making it more premium, they made the Quest 2 like less premium. And this is like a Devkit Quest 2. It's not a Quest 1. It's a Devkit Quest also. But it is like original. Um, like not original. It's equal to the final model. So if you look at the controllers, you can see that the Quest controller is like a tiny little toy, and this thing is an actual, like, you can hold it properly. You don't have to worry about your hands falling off of it. I much prefer this one over the Quest 1. And like the Quest 2's controllers are slightly bigger, I think, but not by much, so they're basically also tiny. And these are light, like crazy light too. They're actually I don't know how much they weigh. I'm gonna go check real quick. With this totally clean scale. All right. Let's see. So these are 145, and there is no battery compartment. They just have an internal battery, and that's it. It's perfect actually, because they last about 15 hours and they charge super quick. So, and then you got the Quest 1 controller, which is 129 grams, so slightly heavier, but somehow doesn't feel lighter. Like this doesn't feel lighter. I don't know how this is a thing, because I guess the balance is way better in these controllers, because they feel just right to me. But and they obviously have just the standard button layout. Funny thing, I noticed this little nib is actually so it doesn't wiggle around as much when you put it down. I guess it puts all the weight in one side, which means it just stops and like it knows when you've put down the controllers faster. Um, I guess I could weigh the. Well, that wouldn't be completely fair, but weigh it against the Reverb G2 controller, which I have right here. And that's going to be 182. So, you know, these are also tiny, by the way. I don't know if I've done a proper G2 review yet, but its controllers are kind of weird. As you can see, they probably have a lot more in common with the Quest controllers than the. I don't know. But The headset is fucking crazy good. Like, I don't know if it's $1,300 good, because that's how much it is, but holy shit, like, it met all my expectations for like a good premium standalone. Because it has like, it also has perfect balance, by the way. It's like really good. Like, if I grab this one, it's always going to be front heavy. Same with the Quest 2, although, you know, you get that premium battery strap for 140 extra or something. Might be a little more balanced, but this thing is balanced perfectly right out the box. Well, not necessarily right out of the box, because when you get it out of the box, it actually doesn't have the battery in it, which is situated in the back. Let's see. The battery is actually quite heavy, and in my experience, you can last about 2 hours, maybe 2 hours, 15 minutes or so, just playing Climbey. And without the battery in it, this is actually really light. So the battery helps like counterbalance it quite a lot. And putting it back in is a little hit and miss, I found, because it's like I'm not quite that practiced at it yet, but there we go. And the back padding just like magnets on, which is really good. And also the front padding, obviously it's like it's basically an index in terms of well, except for the back doesn't replace any index, but and you know, this thing has same screens and lenses as the Vive Pro 2, because the Vive Pro 2 was kind of a cost-saving thing in terms of R&D, because they put all this fucking effort into getting this thing to be high-end, and then I guess they were like, but we should also do something for PC, and then move the lenses and screens over to the Vive Pro as well. Although I'm not convinced that actually works out well, because a lot of people have been saying some shit about the sweet spot not being very good. But on this, I've not noticed that at all. Like the sweet spot is like near edge to edge clarity stuff for me personally. And I don't know if that's just like the strap being different on this thing versus the Vive Pro, or just the thing just being more stable and hugging your back better, like the back of your head. But I really like this headset. Um, there are some like small caveats though. Like it has USB-C port here and one under here, which honestly I've not found a use for yet, but they probably will do something with that. Um, but neither of those actually charge the headset. You have to charge it through a barrel plug at the top, which is a little frustrating because it means you basically can't use it without or while it's charging, and you're stuck waiting for the battery to charge. But you can buy more batteries, which are like 100 each. Each of those batteries lasts 2 hours. It takes less than 2 hours to charge it. So as soon as you have one extra battery, you're basically good to go perpetually. Which is, you know, it's basically what the Quest 2 has when you run it in like 90 hertz mode. Lasts about 2.5 hours maybe. But yeah, that's one of the issues I have with it. That's basically the only issue I have with it, really. Because the audio is great. It has like speakers on the side that, you know, actually have some power behind them, as opposed to like the dumb tiny speakers in the Rift S. These sound really good. Like, I don't know, I could say near index, but I'm not really qualified. I don't know enough about audio shit to actually say that, because I'm not that much of an audiophile. But I really like this headset, and I'm just really sad that it's 1,300 bucks, because it'd be so good if just like anyone came out with a Quest competitor. And this is like a Quest Stomper, really. But so is the price, which is not good. But I really like this headset, and I'm looking forward to like the store going live and seeing what other developers end up jumping on this because it's really good. I'm really enjoying using it. And I've been using it for about a month now. They sent it to me about a month ago. And the controller tracking is actually great too. It's on par or better than Quest. It's like really good. You'll see in the short little video I made inside the headset because this thing has a built-in recorder just like the Quest does, and it also picks up the microphone, so it's pretty great for demos and stuff. But I don't have a whole lot to show software-wise because basically I just have Climbey and a port of Receiver I did, which is like a 2012 game. But I'll show you guys anyway because you know, gotta show something in a review of this thing. I think the store goes live in a few days, so I'll probably make a follow-up video covering that interface and stuff because right now I've just got the developer kit, like bare bones interface. But I'd really like the headset. I just wish it was cheaper. Also, how do you like my wireless headphones I got now? Probably better audio than the mic in my webcam. All right, over to in headset.
Cool. No action. Cool. All right. Now, bear with me. This is the main menu before launch. This video will have been supplemented by a release version of this, like, place. Yeah, so as you go through the boundaries, which right now I've got it set up pretty big, it will show you real world. Anyway, this is the basics of it. I'm just gonna launch Climbey real quick. So, because this is like a pre-release thing, I didn't get the fancy like package that reviewers got, and I've only got my own games to demo on this right now. As you can see, the shadows are a little blocky. That's kind of a limit of Android, really. Unity doesn't really, I guess the limit of Unity on Android, but Unity doesn't like putting high-res real-time shadows on anything that isn't PC, really. But yeah, so the one thing that I've noticed about this is the tracking is absolutely fucking great. Like, I can jump super high and like really smoothly. As you can see, like zero issues. This is Quest, if not better. I don't know. I haven't touched the Quest in a while, but and you know, it's got the nice wide field of view that's on the Vive Pro 2 as well. It might be a little better on this even because the head strap's different, so I feel like any negative points the Vive Pro lenses had might have been part of like the strap being the same and not great, because like it's comfortable, but I think it might not be ideal for staying in the sweet spot. What the hell? Because it wasn't really designed with these new lenses in mind, since they never changed it. But I could also jump up there from the start, jump over, because well, the tracking is just more than good enough to do it. This is just as high, really. I'm going to be honest, the performance right now isn't perfect because it's probably recording because it's a little smoother normally. Although for the recording it probably looks fine because it's only 30 FPS, I would assume. But there is some slight dips, but it is mostly 90. And this is the center of my room, which is just based on the bounds, it seems, right now. I'm hoping eventually you'll get to set it wherever you want, but and I am just doing the built-in levels for now, but I will transition to custom levels in a bit, which are a little more hit and miss performance-wise, because, well, I don't put any limits on what users can create, so they can go wild as like crazy, but it really is all good. Like, absolutely no issues. I do notice that if I swing back fast enough, it'll be a little like off from where my actual hands are. But it's not like annoyingly off or anything. Because like you can see it like swing out a little bit as I move like that. But you don't really notice it. Ooh. Right, so this is just the built-in stuff, so I'm not gonna keep playing this, but as you can see, I am getting 90 in all this. And I've just got like a custom server that I designed for Quest originally running that can just grab grab levels off the server. And this is always going to be a little laggy because it's loading a lot of levels, so as you can see, I'm getting like 40, 45. The reprojection on this thing is pretty good though, so it doesn't end up bothering me that much. Also, it's whirring pretty hard right now, the internal fan, which I notice a little bit, but not a whole lot. Definitely doesn't actually bother me. Trial hall. Well, I guess I only have 2 and 3 right now. That's fine. So this first one I put in is a crazy example. It's a Hogwarts map made by Conrox. And I mean, it runs, but like this thing clearly doesn't really like it because it runs at like 40. There's a lot of overlapping transparency here though, so like as soon as I get over here, it runs a little better, 70-ish. I generally really enjoy these maps, but they are a little taxing for a phone processor. So I might end up skipping this because it's quite a long map anyway. don't really want it to take up all the video. But yeah, it is playable. It's just not easily playable. Like it likes to hang out around the 70s in terms of frame rate. And maybe you've noticed it on the video, but it also does fixed foveated rendering, so the top of the screen is a little pixely looking. Let's forfeit this one. Go to the next one. But yeah, the fixed foveated rendering thing tries to keep frame rate by dropping the resolution, but doesn't always work. And this one is also in like the 60s, 70s. There's a lot of spikes in this one though. No problem in terms of tracking. Love my head and all that. I'm not going to do this whole level, but you kind of get the point. How's the frame rate? Yeah, 75-ish. It's a little rough in the custom levels, but it ends up working out okay. I messed that up. Right, this is a little more of a simple map, which means it runs at 90. There is some overlapping glass stuff, which mobile processors don't really like, but there might be more optimizations I can do, I don't know. There's also a setting to make it cut the view distance to try and maintain frame rate. But in smaller maps or more densely packed maps, that obviously doesn't really help much. And for the purposes of this video, I didn't really want to end up with a hard cut at the end of the view, you know? This one seems to run around 80-ish. I don't have any more checkpoints. Oh man, whatever will I do? Would have been funny if I died there, but yeah, looking straight out through all the glass, it's going about 75. And the honestly, the main menu is also not super light with all the fucking UI stuff going on. And obviously the mirror. As you can see, it's like, as long as I keep moving, it's good. It's like really good at predicting where your hands are. Because there's no way I can see it all the way behind my back like that. But as soon as I stop, it like snaps as soon as it goes back into the view. Which is really important, honestly, because if it's bad at reacquiring the position of the hands, it's going to be way more annoying when it loses tracking. But if it snaps back as soon as you go back into view, no problems, you know? You don't really notice it. If I go fast, you can see it starts to freak out a little bit, but not bad enough to actually impact your like gameplay. And you got the classic test where I check if I can reach the edge 3 times consistently, which isn't really a super good test, but it at least makes it sure that controller tracking is consistent enough to take me where I expect to jump to, basically. And that was a big issue on the original Quest. Or, I mean, not the original Quest, the original Rift. It had a lot of issues with that. But yeah, it worked great. And, I mean, I've also got it working in multiplayer. There's no one working or playing right now. I might put some multiplayer footage here if I have any. Because I do play it every weekend still with friends, so. Alright, so back to lobby. I've still got 75% left. Controllers are just over half probably. So the other game I have for this right now is Receiver, which is like a game from 2012 made by Wolfire Games, and it's like open source. So a while ago I made a VR port for it. I think in late 2019 or something. And I figured I would just port it to this thing too, so I had more to play with.
You see reality painted in shades of black, but beyond your world is another, bathed in radiant light.
And it's just like a gun simulator
If you are able
with
to
some
hear our message, you are one of the few that we
edgy
We call you receivers.
messaging behind it.
The receiver you hear speaking these words was chosen because he is able to hear us with exceptional clarity.
Shoot that
With
for me.
time, you too could learn this mind.
Yes.
But time is not something we have. There is a threat to everyone on your planet, and they have been weakening your mind through your media, lowering your natural.
And I think this is a decent
Attack is unavoidable.
like test of glare stuff because it's a relatively dark game, but it actually feels quite good. Like it doesn't bother me in terms of glare. Oh god. Is it gonna? Got it. Okay, thank you. Is there more? No. This game is actually relatively hard to play. There's like multiple enemies there. Got it. And this is a relatively good test of like aiming accuracy, I guess. Oh, I might die here. Oh, I think I shot the camera up. Do I still have... Oh, Jesus. Could run out here. Still a few there. Gotcha. Oh, another thing saw me. Is he gonna... Okay, so I've got a flashlight now. I need to be careful here. Because you can actually shoot your like invisible body with this gun too. Which I'll admit is pretty unfair, but... Nice. I'll just leave that cameraless guy up there. I don't have a frame counter in this, but it's not 100% smooth. Smooth enough though. With the amount of lighting stuff going on, it's still very impressive. You gotta shoot them like in specific weak spots. They have their battery in their central like compartment there. But I think I might just die real quick, yeah. And I've also got the, let's see, there's a lot of options here, like you can teleport even if you want. Like the walking stick will just let you teleport. And it's like a parabola and stuff. It's neat. I put a lot of effort into this VR mod, like probably more than I should have, but let's see. Disable the teleport. It also has support for mods, but you know, I need to specifically compile them for Android, so it's not feasible currently. And this is like a basic gun range that
Listening to the first tape of the
put together.
This set of tapes represents the most critical receivings so that future humans will have the information they
God, I
need
suck.
for the
There we
mind
go.
kill. This set, when listened to sufficiently and
Oh,
in its
damn it.
entirety, has been speculated to be the minimum teachings needed.
You also
for
check the
achieving an
mag,
awakened
or
state.
check the chamber,
Besides this
and
tape, the tapes
lock the
included in
thing,
this set are
slide lock.
Firearm Operation, Initiation Tape A, Mind Tech, Reality B, Mind Tech Clear Tape,
Wow,
Mind Kill Contingency,
messed that up.
Kill Drones,
Can get some more.
Repeated Listening,
I need to just
The
put
Clear
this here.
Tape,
Can I?
Awake.
Maybe not. There we go. Just pressing the wrong inventory slot. Right. So I fucking suck. Okay, I can do this. There we go. Oh, oh, no, don't. Damn it. There we go. Got it. Last bullet too. And then you can run through the exit if you want to. But I kind of want to reload the gun range. And I've got these honestly, the resolution on this thing is wild. Like on the video, I'm not even sure if you can see where I'm aiming at.
The receiver is said to be awake when he is
But
able to get a completely clear signal, free of any subconscious corruption.
I'm shooting at some
In this state,
cans.
you will be able to see realities in their true form and transcend normal human limitations.
It's pretty amazing.
Although some of the receivers we choose to speak through are advanced in their ability,
Like it's not
no human
perfect, but
has
it's
yet achieved
pretty
this
freaking
unbecoming
great.
state. Humans exist in two worlds.
And also,
In reality B, they
this
live and
thing
work in
ran
their
out.
shadow bodies. In reality A, they are asleep. Their
But this
minds
isn't my
unconsumed,
project to
roaming
distribute,
free.
so
But humans have the unrealized
I don't know if anyone's
potential
ever gonna
to
actually get to
exist
play
in
this
both
on
life
the
and
Focus
death.
3
It is this reason why humans are
or the
threatened.
Quest, for that matter.
If even one of them achieved
So
an
it also has
awakened
this
state, they would see beyond the
completely
limits of
uncontrollable
human understanding.
automatic fire.
Your
But yeah,
cruel world is
that's
not the true reality.
receiver and the Focus 3. I will probably supplement this with like a finalized version of this, assuming it changes on launch, but right now the UI is pretty bare, and like I'm not gonna hit profile because my email is gonna be there, but this is what I've got right now, which is, 5 apps. I don't know what the store is gonna look like. I'm sure I'll have a video of that coming up after this one. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording now.
Another thing I forgot to cover, I don't have access to the PCVR streaming stuff, which is why I don't have any demos for that too, either. Like, I have a dev kit. I'm not a media person. Maybe they'll get access, I don't know. But this is as much as I could review before it actually launched. once it comes out and I get like actual access to the PCVR streaming stuff, because they do have that in the pipeline, like both wired and like the wireless is coming later, I think, but I don't know. I've also been trying to convince the virtual desktop guy Godin, I think, to port, but I don't know if he'll actually do it or not. I think he's waiting for HTC to do something. But yeah, so for PCVR right now, this thing does not work yet, and I don't know what the experience is like. I can only hope that it's good, because that's a very large target audience, really. Standalone plus PCVR use is through the roof because of the Quest 2, so I'm hoping their PC streaming ends up good too. But that'll probably be a follow-up video. Sorry for anyone that was waiting for that. Oh yeah, and another thing, I'm not gonna show an in lens, like through the lens camera thing, because we all know cameras don't actually show what the experience is like using the headset. Like, there's no way to convey that properly. You're just gonna have to, I don't know, demo it somewhere. I don't know if they'll ever actually do that because it is a business headset, but I hope people get to try it at least.